Welcome to episode 2 of Branwen's Big Year. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with all my birding antics this year. It's February and I've got quite a lot of work at the moment, so there's not necessarily going to be an awful lot of birding going on. I'm contemplating adding in a trip we've got at the beginning of March into this vlog, because that might make a little bit more content and make February a little bit more worthwhile. We'll see how it goes. For now, on the 1st, we went up onto our local patch, which is Llanllwni Mountain. It's not really a mountain, it's more of a kind of gentle hill where there are many sheep roaming the heathland. It's a beautiful landscape with amazing views across from Carmarthenshire into Ceredigion. We get a lot of heathland birds there, not so many around at this time of year, but we'll be expecting some skylarks any minute now. We did see some amazing views of one of Wales's specialities, the red kite, which not too many decades ago was almost extinct in the UK. But thanks to some protections and some reintroductions, they're now thriving again all across the UK, but particularly in Wales, and we do get a lot around here. They've become very common. But we did have some amazing sights that day. So I'm going to leave you with a few more Llanllwni views, and then we'll carry on with the vlog as normal. Enjoy! It's Monday, February the 19th. Today we've come to somewhere I can't believe we've never been before, which is Kidwelly. It's only 40 minutes from our house, and there's an estuary and some reed beds and some kind of boggy areas and farmland, little bits of everything. So we've seen a lot of waders so far, some amazing views of a little redshank that was very near to where we were standing. Big flock of golden plover. We met another birder who said he'd counted over 3,000 golden plovers, and they were kind of murmurating a bit like starlings do, which was pretty spectacular. We're just going for a little walk around the area and exploring, but I'm sure we'll be back here later this year. It's Friday the 1st of March, and February was a little bit quiet on the bird front, so I've decided to roll the first couple of days of March into the February vlog. I hope that's okay with all you purists out there. We've come away for the weekend to Yorkshire, ostensibly to see a couple of theatre shows, one of which I created some music for, and the other one a group run by a very good friend of ours. And yeah, we thought while we were here we would take the opportunity to explore some of the birding sites nearby, as I don't think I've ever been properly birdwatching in Yorkshire before. So tomorrow, Saturday the 2nd, we're going to go and visit Fairburnings on the east side of Leeds, which looks like an amazing RSPB reserve. It's been there on my peripheral vision for a long time. The weather's not looking great, so we might have to do some quick nipping in and out of hides. but hopefully we'll see some good birds. Welcome to Yorkshire. We had a brilliant, if very wet day at Fairburn yesterday. I was reminded how difficult it is to vlog in the rain. Trying to keep the camera dry and keep your binoculars dry and everything else. It's a nightmare. We got absolutely soaked. But we did see quite a lot of new birds, including a really lovely little group of hooper swans, which I really hadn't expected to see. So that was an amazing treat. Today we're in a different part of the Yorkshire landscape at RSPB, Dearne Valley. Excuse me, black-headed gulls, could you keep the noise down? I'm trying to vlog, thank you. Today the weather is gorgeously sunny, it's cold but not too freezing, and we've come to RSPB Dearne Valley Old Mill, which we've never been to before and is incredible. There's about 1 billion hides Lots and lots of wildfowl. Some lovely ducks coming into spring plumage. Pochards, which we haven't seen many of. Some gorgeous shovelers with their kind of shimmering heads and enormous bills. Some gadwall, which are often easily overlooked as like just a little grey duck. But when you see them in full sun, their plumage is stunning. Lots of little kind of speckles and streaks and different shades of colour. During the afternoon we explored the rest of the reserve and were treated to a lovely trio of birds of prey, namely a kestrel and a buzzard, which was literally flying away as I took its photo, and a marsh harrier, which was a long way away but a great new tick for the list. Although I'm hoping that we'll see some of those later on in the year and I can get some better footage. We also saw a stock dove, which is a bird that I've often overlooked, mostly just jumbling it in with wood pigeon and not bothering to distinguish between the two, but obviously now every species counts, so it was good to have like a good look at one of those. And yeah, that rounded off the day at RSPB Dearne Valley Oldmoor, and it was a brilliant reserve. Love to go back there sometime. There are a couple of other birds this month that we can add to the list, both of which were birds that I've heard rather than seen. One being a tawny owl, which I heard in North Wales. I was at a retreat a couple of weeks ago and we had great fun trying to follow the sound of the tawny owl. I managed to capture a hoot, and which was surprisingly difficult. And then also a bittern, which we heard at Oldmoor as well. I didn't capture that, unfortunately. We're already starting to see the kind of struggle for finding new species. We've seen a lot of like the usual suspects, and it's only going to get harder to add. One small note about the vlog: I've added a count for some of the species so that we can see where we are. You'll notice that some of the numbers are missing. They're just birds that I didn't necessarily capture very well or at all, and sometimes they're not in order. It's just the way I'm editing. So yeah, it's just really for me to keep track of how many we've seen. And on that subject, this month we've managed to finish off at 90 in total, so we're doing well. Only 10 off 100, first big landmark that is. During March we've got a few little things planned, nothing major, so we might not get to 100 by the end of March, but during April I've got a couple of bird trips planned to different places, which I'm very excited about, so yeah, looking forward to that. I will see you next time, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.